Time to continue with the Roman Triumph version 1 Let's Play. We're playing on the old map. There is a completely new map in the desert, still having tons of fun. This is not the first episode, so only said check in the video description below if you want to see the previous ones, where we've created a nice quarter over here for our people. We've created a last farming corner over here, and then we have a few other things. At the end of the last episode, we started with water. We have a Noria over here to get the water, from this lake. And then we've built this whole aqueduct system to 2 reservoirs. This first reservoir over here is supporting my population. As you can see, the blue arrow on top, this is health bonus and lower chance of fire. And then we have a second reservoir on this side. This is for my farms. If we click on any of the farms here, you will see a plus 30% fertility thanks to the water. So that's really a nice bonus. We've also been able to start building a few other things, like we have the hospital over here, supporting health for 150 citizens. I've also built on this side here, this small fountain. This requires access to the water supply, but it gives health and comfort to all of these houses here close by. We've also been doing kind of a small upgrade on my production of resource. We have, for example, over here a new iron mine. This was a bit outside of my wall, so I've built a second small wall on top, with of course also a small stockpile for the resources. And you may have seen also that we've started to upgrade more of our defenses to the next level. Instead of wooden walls or wooden gates, we have a brick gate over here. So instead of 230 of health, this is 450 of health, and it doesn't change the maintenance. It does cost 5 stone and 7 brick to build it, but after this is fine. And we're also we're also moving to more and more of brick archer towers. Particular on this side here, I just upgraded those 3 because we're gonna get attacked on this side by 66 barbarians. We've also done quite a bit of research, so let's look at the research in particular on industry. I've been focusing on the industry. We've been doing the improvements for the quarries, but also for the iron mine. I'll show you that in a second. We're only missing the last one because it's super expensive in gold. We've also done over here the carpenter and the clothes making. I'll show you that in a second. Before, let me show you that on this side, we just did the more trading routes. So with this, we can have 2 more trading routes. We can do then also the better storage and faster road, but faster road is 500 gold. So we're gonna do that one, I think, and then we're gonna stop probably on the industry and move to something else, either monuments or maybe services. So let's do this one quickly. Let me show you in the past, you could have only 1 trade route. Now we can have multiple. I haven't really been using these a lot, except when they can give me gold. When they can give me gold, I'm definitely doing it. But right now, I don't see anybody that wants to give me gold. We have done the 2 new buildings. If you look over here, this is the cloth maker. So this is going to take a bit of wood and tools. So it's a good thing that we have a tool maker. Is it this one? Yes, we have a tool maker just here to make some clothes. So now we have a green arrow all across the board, except olive oil and wine. And we're also missing a couple of other types of food. And we also have next to it the carpenter. So the carpenter is going to take a bit of wood and a bit of tool and make tons of wood. So this is really cool, is instead of having to cut tons of wood all the time, you cut just a bit of wood, then you send it to the carpenter with your tools. So of course you need to make sure you're making tools. And with that, we should have enough, because we can see that we're consuming 121 of wood just with the maintenance of all of this. I feel like the city is pretty stable. You can see we have tons of food. We're in positive, as I said, across the board. Gold is the only one that's a bit tough. We're still in positive, right? 31 per month. That's pretty good. But it does cost a lot often. Okay, here is the next attack. We're gonna wait a second for it to arrive. So I'll show it to you. Again, I think they're gonna be attacking mostly on this side. I do have my troops on this side. 24, a couple of gladius and archers. I can, snipe them while they're over here. They should focus on the gate. They usually focus on the gate. At some point, we will probably want, though, to upgrade also the wooden wall into brick wall, right? But the problem is it takes people to do that, not just resources. Oh, I see some of them are coming this side. So maybe we defend a bit more here. Get this. Oh, did I forget to enable the towers? That's bad. So let's enable all of the towers. That means, of course, I'm gonna miss some workers in other production for a bit, but we have a lot of reserves, right? So should be fine. It also means that my maintenance is actually super high because it's a lot of towers, right? And each of them has wood and stone, some of them also bricks as maintenance. So it is stack, yeah, all good. Maybe let's slow down a bit. On this side, I think they're all dead already. Just one left, couple left here. Okay, done. So let's go back on this side. My towers are shooting, but obviously it's not that many towers. Ooh, this is going down fast. Damn. Okay. So they're coming in. I do have another tower here too, just because there was a space. But yeah, we need to come in fast. This also sends some arrows, but I think we're gonna lose a couple of buildings here. There's way too many soldiers inside. Yeah, I was just saying that, I felt we were good, but actually, clearly, I need even more defense. And in particular on this side, this is pretty expensive building here. But let's bring them toward the middle where this can also defend. And bring all of my soldiers in one place. Okay, you're gonna die. Let's attack these guys. They did bring fire, so again, good that we have some water. Let's go here, kill these ones. Okay, these are the last. Yes, so we survived, but yeah, a couple of few things that were destroyed. I'm gonna focus on production here. I'm gonna slow down for a second while we rebuild. I would love a button to just rebuild everything. So this is rebuilt. Let's also disable everything. Here we need to rebuild the warehouse, small stockpile, and then there's a couple of houses here. I wonder if we replace this, because that was a domus. Maybe let's replace it by an hospitium. Slightly better. Okay. They didn't attack here, so that's good. But while we're here, I can show you that indeed for the iron, I've done this one minus 60% chance of people dying, and we've done also this one plus 17 iron, using a bit of gold and tools. And we can do this final one, which is also plus 10 iron, but this is 3 goals. And remember, I don't have that much gold right now, so we're gonna wait a bit for that. Instead, focusing on repairing everything and continuing to upgrade more and more. And I guess I'll see you a couple of minutes, when we've done a bit more progress. A few minutes later, ladies and gents, and we're gonna get attacked again. We're talking about 48 barbarians, 26 berserkers, so it's actually not too bad. What we should definitely do is enable everything. I also just built this one, so let's upgrade it. Also started over here, to start transforming some of these to brick walls. But more importantly, this is in my housing district. We've done a lot. We have now some towers that you can see over here, some statues, new buildings, etc. So let's review it all. We have over here the bathhouse. Let's remember this is a one developer game. So yes, this doesn't look that great, but the building itself, is pretty beautiful. Now, this is a building that requires water, so that's why I've put it on this side, and it supports 200 citizens, so we're fine for now. Then we have completely on the other side, the first arena. It's not a Colosseum, it's an arena, so a bit smaller, where a few people work there, and by the way, they kind of die regularly. So if you want them to not die, you need to do this area safety, but this is 10 gold of maintenance, so I don't want this. Now this is supporting actually only 125 citizens, so I may soon need a second one, but it is not a range, right? So this is why I put it a bit on the side. Speaking of range, we do have those towers. Those towers, they have a range. This is a column of triumph. You need to, unlock it over here. So that's what we've done. We've also done the triumphal arc and the statues. I'm going to show you in a second. But yeah, basically this column, 7 of culture, 10 of safety for this range. So that's pretty good. I've put also a second one there. I don't think it, kind of doubles, like duplicates, but there was a couple of houses here not covered. So I put another one on this side. Then we have finally the second thing I mentioned, the triumphal arc. This one is 15 of culture, 20 of safety, and again, a pretty similar range. So this is why I put it on this side with a rod in the middle. I think that looks super cool. Then we have some new houses. We've done some houses improvements. So we used to have the hospitium over here, right? With those 2 improvements, including insulae upgrade that costs close, but we're making close, so all good. Now we have also the luxury domus. So a basic domus, you can just click on it and upgrade it into a luxury domus, or you can, if you want, build directly the luxury domus. Now it costs a lot more, as you can see, even gold and cloth, but it is way better. It says, it will have money benefits. It has high tax income. It has a high comfort. This is 70 by default versus this one was 45 by default. And it is also giving 12 of comfort to the houses around. So this is a pretty good one. I've made 4 on this side here. Now for the insula or hospitium, you can't really upgrade it further than this. On the other hand, I have the large hospitium. It basically takes the space of 2 hospitium, and it has the living, place for the 20, which is again double. So why should you do it? Well, instead of 7 of comfort, this is giving 10. And then additionally, it says it is also giving higher tax return. I don't know exactly by how much, but that's something. And then it sort of costs less, right? Because one of these is 4 wood and 4 bricks. One of these is 3 woods and 2 bricks. So if you double it to get to 20, that's going to be 6 wood and 4 bricks and 4 cloths, right? This one is only 3 cloths. So it is slightly better in terms of kind of maintenance. They're all in range of my tavern, so that's great. And as we said, they're in range also, of course, of the forum and all of this. So yeah, we have, more population. We're moving to 160 now. We have also better happiness. My happiness is now up to 75. Look at this. Comfort is at 115. Safety is at 104, because by the way, I also built another town guard because this is 60. So 120 for 2, so 180. I also discovered Ceres. So we have a small temple of Ceres over here. Look, she's happy. So they're all giving me positive things. And yeah, we're getting attacked again. So we're gonna see this if, it's all good. But I think so far we're doing good. And again, increasing the city here. We are good on food, not a problem. I just did another research. Sorry, I forgot about this. I just did this research. Where are you? Here. I just unlocked these 3, which are giving recreation, safety, and stoic for 500 citizens. And I think we can put them anywhere we want. But they do cost 200 of gold each. So that's going to cost a lot. But I think we're going to do them. You build them once. And it doesn't really matter where. So I think we're going to put them as far as possible in case, somebody is trying to destroy them. Maybe over here, this is kind of, maybe on this side. And make a line of statues. Okay, so let's see over here. We're going to try to attack. Oh, they're going for the wall there. Interesting. Oof. Damn, I'm going to lose many troops. That's a lot of enemies there. And my troops are also still level 1, so that is why it can be a problem. We may want to upgrade them soon to level 2. Let's go inside for a bit. Because I have the gate there. Yeah, maybe they're gonna try to destroy something else. It seems good. Look at this. Almost done. Done. Perfect. There it is. I don't think we lost much. I mean, one wall here, we can rebuild it right away. Start to transform all of this into brick walls. On this side, we're good. Yeah, I don't think they went in. First time they didn't go in at all. Let's make sure we put all of this disabled. Right. Yes. Disable. So we're back into positive. Great. We may want to make one more stone soon. Or potentially, I guess, it will be... we still have one more stone upgrade we could do. If I look at the query there, it will be what... it doesn't tell me. But anyway, so there is this. The statue is almost done. Let's look at it. We can see when it's done, one number here should go up. I didn't see one go up, but okay, safety. I mean, it's only 12, so maybe that's why. Okay, so yes, as I said, we have 2 more to build. Culture and S. It is gonna use pretty much all of my gold to be able to do this. But I think that's fine. And ladies and gents, this is maybe a good end for this episode. Now, what is left? Well, we still have quite a bit of research. If you look at the houses over here, we have the insulae, but the insulae is like your low maintenance, many people, so it's not great. On the other hand, the villa is the opposite. Takes a lot of space, doesn't have that many people living in, but it is huge tax income, so could be great for taxes. Then on the industry, as I showed you before, we've done most of them except one last tech for the quarry, which we'll probably do. Religion and services, there's many. So I think that's going to be the focus in our next episode. We need to get justice, library, theater, coliseum, Circus Maximus, and more. Also temples, pantheon, etc. We also need to make sure we start upgrading our unit, I think at least to level 2. Maybe also have the high guard tower, that could be good. Catapults and others, you know, there's quite a lot in military here. And then last but not least, in food, we have made a couple of types of food, but there's few remaining. We have the bread over here. We have also oil and wine making. We have pig farming and sheep farming for more meat. So quite a lot on the food side too. And yeah, my goal obviously would be to try to get, you know, very happy gods, very happy people, and provide them everything, and have kind of good defense that I'm not worried every time, you know, to lose. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you're still enjoying this one, and I hope to see you next time.